Question 1. Identified a safety risk in an automation system. Answer. Situation. In my previous role as an automation engineer at, company name, I was conducting routine safety checks on an automated conveyor system. During the inspection, I noticed that one of the robotic arms was operating too close to the walkway, posing a potential safety hazard for employees. Task. My responsibility was to identify the risk and implement safety measures to prevent potential accidents. Action. I immediately reported the issue to the team and initiated a safety assessment. We recalibrated the robotic arm's range of motion and installed protective barriers around the walkway. I also recommended adding motion sensors to automatically stop the system if anyone entered the restricted area. Result. The adjustment significantly reduced the risk of accidents, passed all safety inspections, and improved overall confidence among the operators. This proactive measure also contributed to maintaining OSHA compliance for the facility. Question 2. Implemented a lockout-tagout (LOTO) procedure. Answer. Situation. At, company name, I was responsible for maintaining a large automated packaging line. Before performing maintenance, it was critical to follow the lockout-tagout (LOTO) procedure to ensure safety. Task. My task was to isolate all energy sources, lock and tag them, and verify that the equipment could not be re-energized during maintenance. Action. I identified all energy sources, shut them down, applied lockout devices, and clearly labeled each one. I performed a zero-energy verification to confirm there was no residual energy, and communicated the status to the maintenance team before work began. Result. The maintenance was completed safely without incident, ensuring compliance with OSHA standards and reinforcing a strong safety culture in the team. Question 3. Safety device failed. What did you do? Situation. At, company name, during a routine inspection of a robotic arm system, I noticed that the safety light curtain, a device meant to stop the arm if someone entered its path, was unresponsive. Task. My task was to immediately address the malfunction to prevent any safety risks and restore the system's protective function. Action. I safely shut down the system, inspected the wiring, and found a disconnected cable. I reconnected it, tested the light curtain thoroughly, and confirmed it was fully operational. I then implemented a post-maintenance checklist to ensure all safety devices are inspected before restarting. Result. The system resumed safely, and the new checklist improved safety checks, preventing similar incidents in the future. Question 4. Culture among technicians. Situation. At, company name, I noticed that safety procedures were sometimes overlooked during tight production schedules. Task. My goal was to promote a stronger safety culture among technicians. Action. I led regular safety briefings, shared incident reports with lessons learned, and implemented a safety first checklist for daily operations. I also encouraged open communication about potential hazards. Result. This approach increased safety awareness, reduced incidents, and boosted team accountability. Question 5. Starting work on a high-voltage panel or VFD. Situation. At, company name, I was responsible for performing maintenance on high-voltage panels and variable frequency drives, VFDs. Task. My main priority was to ensure all safety measures were in place before starting any work. Action. I followed the lockout-tagout (LOTO) procedure, verified power isolation with a multimeter, discharged any residual energy, and wore appropriate PPE, including insulated gloves and face protection. I also posted warning signs to prevent accidental re-energizing. Result. These precautions ensured a safe working environment, preventing electrical hazards and maintaining OSHA compliance. Question 6. You had to stop a machine due to a safety concern. Situation: at company name, during a routine inspection of an automated conveyor system, I noticed an unusual vibration and exposed wiring near a motor housing. Task: my responsibility was to address any safety risks immediately to prevent accidents. Action: I performed an emergency stop, locked out the system, and alerted the maintenance team. I then conducted a detailed inspection, identified the faulty wiring, and supervised the repairs. Result: the machine was safely restored, preventing potential electrical hazards, and the incident reinforced safety protocols among the team. Question 7. Safety interlocks are working as expected. Situation: at company name, I was responsible for ensuring that safety interlocks on automated machinery were functioning correctly. Task: my task was to validate that all interlocks would effectively stop operations if a safety breach occurred. Action: I performed routine testing by simulating fault conditions, checked the response times, and inspected wiring connections. I also reviewed system logs for any irregularities and verified proper reset procedures. Result: all safety interlocks passed validation, ensuring operator safety and compliance with safety standards. Question 8. To balance productivity and safety. Situation: at company name, we were facing tight deadlines on a major automation project, and there was pressure to speed up production. Task: my responsibility was to maintain both productivity and strict safety standards. Action: I optimized the workflow by reorganizing tasks and scheduling maintenance during low production hours, while strictly enforcing safety protocols like lockout-tagout, LOTO, and routine equipment checks. Result: we met the project deadline without any safety incidents, proving that efficiency and safety can coexist with proper planning. Question 9. Someone ignored a safety procedure. How did you respond? Situation: at company name, I noticed a technician bypassing a safety interlock to speed up maintenance on a conveyor system. Task: my responsibility was to address the violation immediately and ensure compliance with safety protocols. Action: I stopped the operation, reminded the technician of the safety risks, and reviewed the proper procedure with them. I also reported the incident to the supervisor and conducted a safety refresher for the team. Result: the technician understood the importance of following safety protocols, and the team became more diligent in adhering to safety standards moving forward. Question 10. Says to make it safer. Situation: at company name, I noticed that the manual loading process for an automated conveyor exposed operators to pinch points. Task: my goal was to improve the process to enhance safety and reduce risk. Action: I designed a safety guard with interlocks and restructured the workflow to minimize manual handling. I also provided training on proper loading techniques. Result: the modification reduced safety incidents, increased operator confidence, and improved overall workflow efficiency. Question 10. Do workers or vendors follow safety standards? Situation: at company name, we often had temporary workers and vendors performing maintenance and installations. Task: my responsibility was to ensure they adhered to our safety standards. Action: I provided safety orientation, reviewed site-specific hazards, and monitored their work to ensure compliance with PPE requirements and safety protocols. I also made sure they understood emergency procedures before starting any tasks. Result: this proactive approach minimized safety incidents and maintained compliance with OSHA regulations. Question 12. Safety recommendation was challenged. Situation: at company name, I recommended adding additional light curtains to a high-speed robotic arm area to enhance safety. Task: some team members felt it would slow down production and increase costs unnecessarily. Action: I presented data on incident risks, compliance requirements, and potential liability costs. I also demonstrated how proper placement would minimize impact on cycle time. Result: the team accepted the recommendation, the light curtains were installed, and we saw improved safety without compromising productivity. Question 13. Employees on automation-related safety. Situation: at company name, I was responsible for training new technicians on automation safety protocols. Task: my goal was to ensure they understood the risks and proper procedures when working with automated systems. Action: I conducted hands-on training that covered lockout-tagout, LOTO, emergency stops, safety interlocks, and PPE requirements. I also included real-world scenarios and regular safety drills to reinforce learning. Result: new employees were well prepared, safety incidents were minimized, and compliance with safety regulations was consistently maintained.